I think I speak for everybody when I ask the question, why does this exist? I mean, yeah, I know I'm not the first person to ask that question. In fact, I believe that for many years this will be one of the lifelong mysteries of life. Just like, you know, people will be asking for this many, many years after we've been dead and buried. Like, in fact, I'm pretty sure that archaeologists will be digging this film up like a fossil, and they'll be asking the same exact question that we are asking today. Why does the Emoji Movie exist? I think ever since day one of the Emoji Movie's production, no one was for it. Not the public, not the people working on the film, even some of the actors have come out saying that they didn't like the movie. Sir Patrick Stewart literally admitted that his role as the poop emoji was a joke. Whether that was on us or himself is completely up for debate. When the first trailer released last year, it became one of the most disliked videos in YouTube's history. That should say something, but okay, maybe the internet's being too judgmental. I mean, after all, usually the internet's full of teenagers and adults, right, who are just gonna look at this kid's film and think immediately, wow, this looks like a cynical product meant to just brainwash our kids, right? Well, yeah, but then you remember that people liked God's Not Dead. So, yeah, that should say something. But again, maybe it's just being a bit too judgmental. Alright, maybe there's something to the Emoji Movie that can surprise everyone. Hell, maybe it'll actually be decent, maybe even good. In fact, maybe it'll be so damn good that maybe the Emoji Movie don't go see the Emoji Movie. Naturally, like a lot of people, which is probably the reason why this movie made so much money in the first place, I decided to go see the film myself. And how bad was it? That's what we're here to find out. My name is RaisorBlade, and this is the dreaded Emoji Movie. So the movie begins with space stuff, I suppose, and immediately does the cynicalism of the film hit you like a bullet.
The smartphone. Each system and program and app is its own little planet of perfect technology.
All for the cheap price of $80 a month. How the fuck are 10-year-olds supposed to buy this?
That's our user, Alex. And like every freshman in high school, his whole life, everything, revolves around his phone.
Yeah, because that's how all kids are, right? Caring about nothing else but their cell phone. God, I'm so glad this movie really gets kids. But seriously though, let's talk about the school for a second. Where are all the cliques? Yeah, I know, it's cliche to talk about the cliques and have them in high school movies, but I'm sorry, they exist. Where are the jocks, the cheerleaders, the snobby rich girls, the snobby rich guys, the black guys, the white guys who want to be black guys, the goth group, the chess club, the band students, the juggalos, the country kids who will shoot you just for looking at them funny? Bottom line, these writers have never been to a real high school in their entire life, have they? Also, why does every student have a cell phone? Newsflash, Sony, not every freshman has a cell phone. Get your head out of your asses.
And as the pace of life gets faster and faster, and attention spans get shorter and shorter, and you're probably not even listening to me right now, who has the time to type out actual words?
Yeah, because the last couple 100 years that we've had to use those pesky words have been nothing but a living nightmare.
And that's where we come in. The most important invention in the history of communication. Emojis.
Yeah. The movie just said that. To your face. Emojis are the most important invention in communication history. You know, not the cell phone, not the telephone, not Morse code, not the radio, not the human language in general, not sign language, not fucking Braille. No, it's goddamn emojis. Remember that shit. We were nothing without them. Remember that, kids? You need them in your life now. So we go into the city of Textopolis. Yeah. Where we find that everyone always has to constantly act the way they're supposed to, even when it's perfectly fine not to. Now, look, I know they're ripping off Wreck-It Ralph with this whole, oh, you have to live up to your role kind of thing, but here's the problem. It didn't make sense even when Wreck-It Ralph did it, honestly. Think about that. In the beginning of the movie, nobody liked Ralph because he was the villain, but here's the problem with that. He's just doing what he's supposed to do, same as them. So why didn't they like him? Were they not supposed to like him? They didn't really make that part clear in that movie, so it didn't really make any sense. But the difference is that Wreck-It Ralph didn't really focus on it that much. It was only about the first 15 or 20 minutes, and then they just started to focus on just Ralph and Penelope's relationship, which was good. But this movie's gonna make it a vital part of the story, and that is where it's gonna fall flat. Mainly because it's ripping off Wreck-It Ralph. So we're then introduced to our main character, Gene, who is a meh, who has to stay meh all day, but for some reason, he just can't seem to do that for some reason.
Morning, Mrs. T. I see you have the little minis with you. Oh, they're so cute. That is so adorable, I can't take it!
Okay, movie, if you're gonna have a character that's very expressive and over the top and stuff like that, try to find a voice that fits. No offense to TJ Miller or anything, it's just that his voice sticks out like a sore thumb, and not in a good way. You need to get a voice actor that really fits the character, alright? Animated characters are their voices, alright? Maybe get someone like Jack McBrayer. That's someone that kind of pops in my head as, okay, that's someone that would actually fit this role. For those that don't know, Jack McBrayer also played Fix-It Felix in Wreck-It Ralph. Since this movie's ripping off Wreck-It Ralph, I figured why not. Also, I gotta add, Gene, don't make that face to a bunch of little kids because, yeah, makes you look like a fucking creep.
Hello, good simians. Those are some sharp attachés.
Yes, well, we have business to attend to.
What kind of business?
Monkey business.
I sounded British.
Yeah. Expect jokes like that all throughout the movie. All throughout the movie. So Gene arrives at his job, but his parents are there, and they don't want him working because they don't think he's ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on the phone, and I'm only 10.
That's because I believe in you.
Should we wash our hands?
No. We're number 2. We're
So Gene's parents relent, and they allow him to go. Here we're introduced to Smiler, voiced by Maya Rudolph. And can I just say right now, stop putting Maya Rudolph in bad animated films! So it turns out that Smiler was the first ever emoji, and as a result is the head supervisor. She then explains how emojis are sent through text messages.
You each have your own cube on the emoji bar. If Alex chooses you, should you be so lucky, your cube will light up.
Oh.
The scanner will scan you, and that scan will get sent right up to Alex's text box.
Oh my god. They didn't even attempt to try and hide the fact that they're ripping off Wreck-It Ralph. Like, they didn't even attempt to try and hide that fact. They're like, yeah, we know it's a little bit similar to Wreck-It Ralph, and when I say it's a little similar, I mean we're straight up doing it. So we then go to the favorites section where all the popular emojis hang out. And here we get introduced to British Patrick Star. Oh, I mean HighFive, voiced by James Corden.
Gotta be some sort of mistake. I mean, look at me. I'm an attractive hand giving a high five.
Yeah, I'm still gonna call him British Patrick Star.
I gotta reply to Addie's text. What should I write? Nothing. Nothing? Words aren't cool.
Again, really glad this movie understands kids. So Alex is sending a text, and it looks like that he needs to send a meh emoji, which means that it's time for Gene to...
I can't do this! I can't do it!
freak out for no good reason whatsoever. It's like the movie couldn't figure out a real reason for Med and not do his job properly, so let's just have Gene freak out for no good reason, because that won't be forced whatsoever.
I kind of panicked.
Are you even a meh at all? If you have expressions other than meh, like you are, is a malfunction.
You know, she's actually kind of right. Gene is a malfunction. I mean, let's think about this for a second. In Wreck-It Ralph, when Penelope became a glitch, it's because King Candy messed with her code and turned her into a glitch. She had no power over it, and we get an explanation as to why it happened. But in the Emoji movie, it's never explained how Gene is able to emote so many different emotions. So technically, Smiler is right. He is a malfunction and needs to be fixed. So the Emojis have a board meeting to discuss what to do with Gene, and he waits outside to find out.
I know it was an accident. We all have accidents.
You're so soft, Poop.
Not too soft, I hope.
Did you notice when the devil touched Poop, he ended up wiping his hand off himself to kind of like clean it off? That is the most subtle joke this entire movie will throw at you. That was the funniest joke, and it still wasn't even that funny, so... yeah. Deal with it.
I came up here to defend myself, but you seem pretty happy.
Right. I'm always happy.
Oh, right. Hashtag truth.
Really? You're gonna talk like that movie. Okay, I'll let this one slide. Mainly because I have a whole lot more shit to go through, but you do it again, I'm gonna rip you a new one.
I will never, ever make a mistake in the cube again.
Oh, we know you won't, Gene. We know you won't.
Oh! Even in the animated world, those tooth hooks still look painful. I want a new law to ban those for life, please.
That's because we're setting you up with our best antivirus bots.
They're gonna fix me?
Actually delete you. But yes, if you get deleted, you don't have to worry about what your purpose is or your future or why you're such a malfunction. Because you're deleted, right? All right, good talk.
Really trying to force this message movie. You know, the message that's been done to death. It's the same message as Wreck-It Ralph and Lego Movie. Basically, just be yourself. And how else are we going to implement that message than by having an evil corporate bad guy who solely exists for the purpose of crushing that independence? Because, God, this movie knows how to write so fucking good, doesn't it? Hashtag truth! So, after being ordered to be terminated, Gene is forced to run and unfortunately runs into HighFive, who now comes along because he's afraid he'll be terminated too. Because what movie is incomplete without an annoying comic relief character? That a lot of movies have, surprisingly enough. Hashtag great. So after escaping the antivirus bots, HighFive takes Gene to the loser lounge where they can hide.
Do you have any idea what it's like to be living large? Hashtag blessed.
Oh, that's it. I warned you, movie. You can officially hashtag go fuck yourself. No one talks like that.
At least you're a working emoji. That's all I ever wanted.
Well, if that's all it'll take for you to be satisfied, then just find a hacker and get reprogrammed.
Wait a minute. If there are hackers that exist solely for the purpose of reprogramming malfunctions like Gene, but Gene is apparently the only malfunction, technically, then what's the purpose of the hackers even existing? Like, it's clearly not a common enough problem to warrant their existence in the phone, so why do they exist? I mean, look, I get what they're going for. They're trying to say, oh, you should be allowed to express whatever emotion you want. Why are they saying that? Because Inside Out said it. But here's the problem. Apparently, no one else can do this. Gene is apparently the only person that can express other emotions other than the one that he was programmed for. No one else can do that. Or at least that's how the world has been built up to. And since we never get a proper explanation as to why he can do this, he just can, it makes sense to call him a malfunction. But he's the only malfunction, so why are there hackers that exist solely for the purpose of reprogramming them if he's the only one? The point is, it's fucking stupid. It makes no sense. So deciding that he needs a hacker that shouldn't exist, Gene decides to leave Texopolis to find her, with HighFive coming along because, of course he does. I mean, okay, he has a reason, but let's face it, he's just coming along just to be the annoying comic relief. So we leave the text app and we see the outside of the app, and we see a bunch of colors.
Where are we?
Welcome to the wallpaper.
Beautiful animators, like just simply beautiful. Yeah, I can see this up there with the castle from Beauty and the Beast or the flying scene from How to Train Your Dragon. Just one of those scenes that will stick with me forever. Just beautiful. So while outside the phone, we get to see all the fantastic apps that the phone has to offer us, like WinChat and Facebook.
None of these people know him, but they like him. And that's what matters in this life. Popularity.
Glad to see this movie's keeping it real. Oh, I'm sorry. Hashtag real. So Gene and HighFive get to the piracy app in order to find the hacker. And apparently, the piracy app is a place where a 14-year-old boy can hide the things he doesn't want his parents to know about. A lot of opportunity. Unfortunately, the worst that this 14-year-old has to hide is Twisted Sister. And that's not even a bad thing. Like, if my 14-year-old wanted to listen to Twisted Sister, I'd be like, hell yeah, let's listen to it together. Hell, there's not even like a super clever joke where it's like, where Gene just kind of like sees a door, is like, ooh, what's behind this door? And HighFive is like, you don't want to see back there. Like, nothing like that, nothing clever. Like, because this movie doesn't want to fucking try anything at all.
Oh, great, emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
Okay, has the writer ever even left his fucking bedroom? That's not how internet trolls work, okay? Internet trolls are real people, okay? That all they do is just sit in front of a computer desk, okay? Rant on about things that don't matter and expect to be liked for it.
Hey, Trojan Horse, how are you?
Yeah, what'll it be, Hand? You trying to find a hacker? You can just ask, you know. I know a guy can hook you up.
Get it? Trojan Horse? Do you get it? This is honestly one of the movie's biggest problems. It fails in bringing its world to life. Remember in Astro Boy when I said the main problem was that nothing felt real about its world and it lacked immersion? Well, the Emoji movie is the same way. Believing that just having a Trojan horse and spam be in it is enough. But that's not enough. You need way more than that. Wouldn't it have been a little clever if somehow one of the virus bots ended up in the Trojan horse, and when the Trojan horse brought them something like a drink or something like that, suddenly the bot jumped out and attacked them? That would have added something kind of clever and, dare I say, even funny. But the Emoji movie only cares about one thing, and that's being a dull as fuck commercial. So Gene and HighFive find Jailbreak, who turns out to be a girl and is voiced by Anna Faris. And if I could just be a little blunt, I think in no way Chris Pratt divorced her now. What? Oh, what? Is that too mean? Shut the fuck up, Chewbacca. You don't even know who they are. So Jailbreak decides to help him out because Gene can emote more than one emotion, and they escape to, oh good, more product placement, and for a game that cheats nonetheless. Not that I play Candy Crush or anything, but I mean, it's just that it's the kind of game that, like, you know, when you can't beat a level, like, it gives you the option to, like, pay, like, $2 to excel ahead, and I'm not saying I'm addicted. I'm not saying that at all. So while they're busy playing Candy Crush, yeah, the movie just stopped to play some Candy Crush. Apparently it's having an effect on the phone, somehow. And Alex sets up an appointment at the phone store. Yeah, because a 14-year-old can just call at the phone store and set up an appointment.
Ah! So over this!
There's one option left. We line you up with the yellows.
But you said not to do that!
Special candies get transported to that jar. The game might think you're a special candy.
Jailbreak, hello? Hello, Jailbreak.
Oh, sorry.
Well, not gonna lie, guys. That scene actually made me laugh. The only way this scene would have been any better is if that's how the movie ended. Meanwhile, back in Textopolis, Smiler and the board all discover that Alex has set up an appointment at the phone store.
Don't worry, everything is fine.
His appointment is with technical support.
Well, I'm sure we still have plenty of time to figure this out.
His appointment is for tomorrow.
Then maybe it's just for some routine maintenance?
Actually, it's to erase the phone.
Get it? So Wildstyle, Jailbreak, tells Gene that they need to get to the cloud in order to change him into a proper man. But first, they have to get to the Dropbox.
I know a shortcut to Just Dance, which is right next to Dropbox, where we can get uploaded to the cloud.
Or, I'm just throwing this idea out there, or you can just take that right, go down, and just ignore Just Dance altogether because it's that simple. I know this movie, they're gonna go to Just Dance just so they can promote the app, thereby promoting the phone, because this movie's just one big old stupid fucking commercial. What the fuck?
Well, you're thinking, because I can make different faces, the firewall will think I'm different emojis.
Yeah, I wanted to say it because it was my idea. You know, women are always coming up with stuff that men are taking credit for.
Oh boy, here we go. Didn't think I'd have to talk about this in the Emoji movie, but let's talk about strong female characters for a minute. Remember my Strange Magic review when I called Marianne a feminist? Well, apparently some people didn't like the fact that I called her a feminist, so allow me to make myself a little bit more clear with that. What I meant was that she's a feminist icon, meant to represent what women should be as opposed to what women could be.
Pull your head out of the clouds. Clouds full of boys? No, you've got to get ready for the ball.
You're going like that? Good luck being asked to dance.
I'm not dancing. If I find a guy out there who takes my hand and looks me in the eye, and I don't want to hit him. Oh, the almighty Bob King. It's a magic love potion. Who likes this?
Not me.
I hate it.
Hey girls, you're supposed to be a strong, independent woman who don't need no man and nothing else. Even though in reality, Marianne was a cookie-cutter character with very little to no personality aside from men are pigs and I have to have a sword. Now let's talk about Judy Hopps from Zootopia, who in my opinion is a damn good female character. Yeah, she's strong, independent, and doesn't have a love interest in the film, but here's the thing. She has a dream, she has a goal, she makes mistakes, she's like a real person. Oh my god, I think I figured it out, guys. Maybe she's a good character because they didn't take her gender into it. Period. Holy shit, I figured it out, guys! Judy Hopps is a good female role model and a good female character because she represents what women could be as opposed to what Marianne stood for. Jailbreak here, just made a completely unnecessary comment bigoting towards men, when in reality, no man in this movie so far has shamed her for being a woman whatsoever. So it just kind of comes out of left field as an SJW attitude that just feels uncomfortable and rather unnecessary, forced, and just plain belligerent and ignorant. So as it turns out, Jean's parents have been looking for Jean, but are also being followed by the virus bots. So they sneak into YouTube in order to distract them. Okay, first of all, look at all the videos in the background. Like, there are just a bunch of random shit. I don't see any big name YouTubers up there. No PewDiePie, no Jacksepticeye, no I Hate Everything, none of them like that. Look, say what you want about those YouTubers, but they're very big names that the entire world knows about. When you think of YouTube, those people come to your mind like right away. Second off, how old is this movie? Are cat videos even relevant anymore?
Mary, where are you going?
I think we should go our separate ways, Mel. I thought I knew the meh that I married, but maybe I don't.
But Mary?
What? Really, Emoji Movie? You're gonna have the parents break up? Is this because Inside Out didn't have divorce in it like everybody thought it was going to? Well, believe it or not, that was kind of a good thing. Because everybody was able to predict that divorce was going to be in the movie, the fact that it didn't have divorce in the movie kind of made it a much better experience. But, hey, Emoji Movie has divorce, so I'll give it that much. It's not good, but it has divorce in it. So if you're in a divorce, check it out.
This tunnel will help us avoid the bots.
Thanks for helping us. It's really nice of you.
NBD, dude.
Wait, what? NBD? What the fuck does that even mean? NBD? Hang on, I'm gonna look this up. Okay, I can't find out what that means. All I'm looking at is a bank from Egypt. What the fuck are you talking about, movie? What are you saying? So Chloe Price, Jailbreak, tells Jean that she wants to live on the cloud because she's sick of all the rules and wants to be herself. Gee, maybe she is Chloe Price after all. Also, she wants to be herself just like Jean does? Are they gonna get together by the end of the movie because they're the same? Even though Jailbreak is a strong, independent woman who don't need no man? I don't know. This movie's just throwing me in so many loops. So they all make it to Just Dance, even though I pointed out they don't have to go through Just Dance. Where we get that...
We just need to keep it super DL in here.
DL? DL? What does that even mean? Oh. Down low. Why didn't you just say down low like a normal person?
We
can't turn it on.
OMG, this turned it on!
Did British Patrick Star really just do that? Not just turn the game on for no good reason, but said OMG? Yeah, okay.
Thanks to you, Fingers. Now we're gonna have to dance our way out.
Which is alright with me, because I can shake it like Michael. Well, Michael's glove, anyway.
So because Jailbreak can't dance, Gina's forced to help her, introducing that emoji pop that apparently the movie thought was going to be a meme, but surprise, surprise, it didn't catch on because you can't create memes, they happen on their own, by pure accident.
You're killing it, Jane! Slay!
Oh, for fuck's sake, slay is a verb! It doesn't work on its own! What is wrong with this movie? So because of their dancing, Alex has to delete the app, leading to a surprisingly scary scene.
Alex must be deleting the app!
Right, come on, let's go!
Jesus Christ! Everyone just fucking fell to their death and got deleted and died. Like, what the fuck? I mean, Wreck-It Ralph had implications that people could die should they stay in their arcade, should it be unplugged and all, but like, we never saw that happen.
High five!
Gene!
I got you! Gene! High five!
Good one, movie. Like, after killing everyone in that app and having British Patrick Star die too, you do a joke. I mean, aside from being incredibly mean-spirited for a kid's film to just kill a bunch of people off for no good reason, for it to just up and end it with a joke, it's kind of dickish. Like, fuck this movie, man, seriously. So Gene decides to go and help British Patrick Star because he's his friend, and Jailbreak, impressed by his courage, decides to go with him.
We can take the music streams in Spotify. Let's go give that big hand a hand.
Boo! Boo! Fuck you, that pun sucked. Here's my hand, just shove it up your ass, just like, ugh! Rip out your vagina, make sure you can never have any fucking ugly emoji babies. Just like, fuck this movie, man. Fuck it!
I just want to dance. Dance, please.
Quiet, you sassy gypsy.
Again, what the fuck? That's so fucked up, man. Like, no. You're probably thinking, oh, by the end of it, I'm sure she'll be fine. No. She gets deleted with the trash. We never see her again. Again, that's kind of fucked up for a kid's movie. To just kill someone like that for no good reason. Oh, man. So, because the Emoji movie doesn't have enough product placement, let's have Gene and Sam Manson, I mean Jailbreak, you start to notice a pattern here? Go through Spotify! Again, just because, since we know they can just walk there and it wouldn't take long whatsoever. So Gene is able to rescue British Patrick Star, but he decides to help everyone else trapped in there too.
Be free!
Should be smooth sailing from here.
Oh, how fucking nice. Again, movie, really fucked up. So we cut back to Gene's mom, who is still looking for her son when she goes into Instagram, because, you know, you can never have too much product placement in your movie, right? And then we see, oh my god, what the fuck? Like, how does that even work? Alright, she goes into the picture and somehow all of Paris around her materializes? How does that even work? That'd be like you watching this video and yet somehow you're able to see all of that. You're able to see my Kylo Ren mask, my Nintendo 64 box, my PlayStation 2, my Hobbit poster. Yeah, you see it, whatever. You see my Guardians of the Galaxy poster. You can see all my room over there. I have the lights off so you can't see anything. How does that work? Oh my god. People in the background that aren't on their phones? Holy shit, I didn't think that was even possible. But, as it turns out, she ends up finding her husband instead, along with discovering his secret.
Is that a tear on your cheek?
It's my fault Gene is the way he is. I have other expressions too. I think they've just been buried away.
Oh! So it turns out there is an explanation as to how Jean can emote more than one emotion. Wow! Here I was, being an idiot, I guess. That explains everything! So how can Jean's dad do it then?
Right now, I'm so overwhelmed with passionate feelings for you.
Well, I guess they settled their divorce problems. Just like that.
Let's go find our son.
Together.
We'll always have Paris, Mary.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, I'm sorry. Hashtag fuck off. So Jean and the others are attacked by a superbot, but when they get in the Dropbox, they find that it surprisingly can't get in for some reason.
It can't get in. It's illegal malware and this app is secure.
Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. If it's illegal malware, then shouldn't it be allowed to go wherever it needs to go to destroy viruses? That sounds like a malfunction itself. Movie, I think you're starting to break your own rules. So Jean and the others make it to a firewall, which they have to bypass in order to get to the cloud. This is why Jailbreak wanted to help Jean in the first place, since he can change his face, so that way he can try multiple times to get to the wall. Which of course leads to some wacky slapstick.
Krav Maga!
Krav Maga!
Major Laser!
Major Laser! When I do that! Skate or die!
Access denied.
I'm a fireball.
Tom and Jerry would be proud. You know, it's a good thing that we get to learn about Alex through all of this, instead of, actually seeing him more than once or twice in the entire movie. When Inside Out cut back to Riley, we didn't mind it, as Riley was essential to the story being told, as it also lent to the motivation of the emotions. Also, Riley was an interesting character, who was expressive and funny, and at the same time, emotionally vulnerable and relatable. You know, like a real kid. But Alex is nothing more than a plot device, meant to simply be a catalyst to the phone so that there can be some outward threat that jeopardizes the main character's mission and also feeds into the corporate bad guy cliche as well. Bottom line, Alex is pointless, and you could have cut him out along with the entire real world thing altogether. But this movie's ripping off Wreck-It Ralph, Lego Movie, and Inside Out, so we can't, can we? So figuring out the password to be the name of a girl that Alex likes, they're finally able to get into the cloud. But Jean is beginning to have doubts about becoming a man.
Jailbreak, you're the coolest, most interesting emoji I've ever met. And after all the adventures that we had, I'm just not sure I want all that to go away.
Jean, if this is about you deciding not to be meh, then I am all about that. I like you just the way you are. But I had a plan. I'm not just some princess, Jean. Waiting for my prince.
I'm a strong, independent woman who don't need no man, and any woman out there that falls in love, well, then shame on you. Because falling in love for a woman is just wrong. Alright, you need to be like Jailbreak, okay? Don't fall in love, because falling in love is just bad. Shame!
Whoa! You're all meh! The source code worked!
Turns out I didn't need it. For the first time in my life, meh is all I feel.
Oh, what? Now you are cheating, movie, okay? How did that even happen? Oh, he went into the inbox and mailed himself to the cloud, but... Look, I don't know phones, alright? Okay, I don't know phones. I'm a normal person who goes outside, alright? Who goes to the park, alright? Who has a job. Bottom line, I don't fucking know how phones work. And the movie's not explaining how any of that shit happened. Alright? So after hearing about Jean getting taken away, British Patrick Star and Jailbreak, decides to save him. And how did they do that? Product placement saves the day once again, ladies and gentlemen. I also love the fact that Jailbreak has been complaining about Jean and HighFive, asking her about being a princess and being able to summon birds and calling it a stereotype, but it turns out that's exactly what she can do. So which is it, movie? Is she a strong, independent woman who doesn't need a man, or is she a stereotype? All I'm saying is that if you're gonna go all fucking SJW on the whole feminism thing, I figure you wouldn't fall back on it and become a hypocrite. So, despite being a real man now, Smiley decides to destroy him anyway because she's the evil corporate villain and nothing else. But suddenly... How the fuck did they know that he was there? So before the bot is able to delete them, Jailbreak and British Patrick Star is able to show up, shut the machine down, and defeat Smiler. But apparently, it's too late to save the phone.
Dude, Addie's here. You should go over. Every time I try, I screw it up. I don't know how to tell her how I feel.
I have an idea. Maybe you can walk up to her and talk like a normal human being. But apparently, the only way for Alex to tell her how he feels is with an emoji. Yeah, emojis are going to save the day and be the building foundation for a relationship. A relationship which most of you are probably going to high school, so the kid's a freshman, probably won't last 6 months.
An emoji should only be one thing.
Oh, really?
The princess!
Linda?
Not now, Mom!
Wait, she has a mom? She ran away from her fucking mother, and that's how she's gonna greet her mom back? She ran away for like ever, like she disappeared. Her mom's like, oh my god, you're back! And she's like, not now, Mom. Okay, we're doing something here. We'll deal with you later. Like, probably an after credit shot or something, if we have that. Probably not, though. So because Gene can do multiple emotions, they all agree to let Gene be the one to save the phone. But Gene is afraid that he can't do it anymore.
It's now or never, Gene.
Aww, what a cute little flashback showing all the great characters who we've seen throughout the entire movie. You have your typical generic outcast, your typical generic comic relief that's annoying as hell, your typical generic parents that don't understand, your typical generic corporate evil villain, your typical generic SJW woman who's strong, independent, and doesn't need a man and is only there to prove an agenda. Such great, lovable characters who I'll always remember, and really stand out compared to their contemporaries.
Whoa! Check out this emoji!
Yeah, because a real kid would get that hyped up over a fucking emoji.
Hey, I got your text. That's one super cool emoji.
I know, right?
A lot of feelings in one. I get it. I like that you're one of those guys who can actually express his feelings.
Yeah, using a text message! Oh, fuck it! Just fuck it! Oh my god. It's almost over, guys. It's almost over. Let's wrap it up, shall we? Because fuck this movie in the ass! So Alex unplugs the phone, which should probably break the phone beyond repair, but instead restores everything and everyone. Goody.
Change your mind?
Yeah, maybe it's weird, but I'm gonna hold on to it.
Aw, what a good, strong bond that Alex has with his phone. If you don't understand the problem with that sentence, then you need to leave the video now. So, Gene is a hero, everybody celebrates with that stupid as fuck emoji pop that they were stupid enough to think would catch on, and that's the end of the Emoji movie. God damn it! Fuck! Fuck this movie! God, fuck it! Just fuck this movie! Ugh. Fuck! Ugh. Fuck! Fuck! Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, it's over. So that was the Emoji movie, ladies and gentlemen. And do you want my honest opinion about it? Like, do you want my absolutely, brutally honest opinion about this fucking terrible film? It's not the worst thing ever. I mean, is it awful? Yes. Does it deserve all the hatred that it's gotten over the last year? Absolutely. But let's ask ourselves one important question. What is this movie at its core? A commercial. The Emoji movie is nothing but a marketing tactic, meant solely to sell Sony's phones by showing us a cheaply made, boring as hell, ugly as sin, dated as fuck, unfunny as shit, and just a complete waste of my time! But I've seen worse. Okay, I really have. Alright? God's Not Dead is worse than this because of its straw man fallacy and complete blackfacing of a belief system. Hop is worse than this because of its complete and utter laziness. The Room in Cool Cat Saves the Kids is worse than this because Well, do I even need to explain those? The Emoji Movie isn't even so bad it's good. It's just dull. The world of the smartphone isn't interesting to look at and lacks any form of immersion. The characters are the most basic cookie-cutter stereotypes ever. The story, plot, and themes of the film are complete rehashes, not just from Wreck-It Ralph, Lego Movie, and Inside Out, but from countless other movies that have done it too, and done it a lot better. Nothing about the Emoji Movie stands out in the slightest, which I guess is a good thing because that means it'll likely be forgotten about rather quickly. And good thing too, because if there is one thing that this movie did that was good in any shape or form, it was restoring my faith in humanity. I mean, let's think about this for a second. When this movie was announced, nobody applauded. Nobody wanted to see it. Everybody knew right then and there that this was gonna suck. And oh boy, it did. It did fucking suck. It was awful. I hated this movie. I think the reason why nobody wanted to support this was because, frankly, we're fed up with movies like these. The Transformers franchise, the Twilight franchise, 50 Shades of Grey, Gem and the Holograms, Dragon Ball Evolution, Death Note the movie, The Last Airbender, the Lorax, hell, even television like Max Steel and Powerpuff Girls 2016, they're all guilty of the same thing, being soulless cash grabs, and we're sick of it. We've seen how good animated movies and TV shows can be, so let this be a sign that enough is enough. We don't want commercials anymore. We get those at home for free. We go to the movies to watch movies. So the fact that everybody, and I mean everybody, hated the Emoji Movie should be more than enough to convince Sony to never do this again. Fuck. Sorry for flying off the handle there. God, this movie, man, fucking sucked. But yeah, it really isn't the worst movie ever. Hopefully this movie will be forgotten about by next year, and we can all laugh at it for even existing. My name is RaisorBlade, and put the phone down and go outside. Live your life. That's all there is to say.